welcome to No Narrative. My name is M. St. James, and I'm a good amount of things. Photographer to be one, creative, boss babe, badass, and most importantly, I am an advocate for all things little black girls and black women empowerment. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in partaking in, come through, sit down. Let's have a conversation. Remove your shoes though. So I had my photo shoot this past Sunday and it was everything. And this random thought is more like too Yeezy or not too Yeezy. I had this whole, concept in mind. I was wearing all cream. I was gonna set them off with the taupe Yeezys, and when I put them on, they just looked like baby dinosaur feet. And I was just like, it's a no for me. And initially I wanted the bread ones, the patent leather ones that's coming out this month. I should have just went with that because, I like the Yeezys on other people, at least the 500s. I like them on other people, but on me, baby dinosaur feet. It's a no for me. I'm gonna stick with my ones and I'm okay. You can come for me about the Yeezys. I don't care. Not for me. I'm just saying. Welcome back to No Narrative. This is M. St. James, and we are filming episode 5. And I thought it would be a really good idea to do a get to know me. So how do you sort of figure out the person that you're watching? Well, you got to get to know me. So let's do that, right? I have a sort of a get to know me tag, but I put the questions here myself. I didn't get no questions from nowhere. I just put the questions together myself, questions that I wanted to answer. So I'm going to use my phone and we're going to get started right now. So who am I? Who is M. St. James? Well, I'm a chick from Brooklyn. Simple. I'm a chick from Brooklyn. I like Spanish wine, Sunday New York Times, and doing ratchet shit with my friends. Like sometimes. Listen, a little ratchet shit every now and then is okay. So I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not completely ratchet, but every once in a while it's okay. And the reason why I always start off by saying I'm a chick from Brooklyn is because it implies so much. Number one, let's get into what I'm a chick from Brooklyn really implies. One, I wear Jordans. I love Jordans, specifically the retro ones. Those are my pair, and the bread colorway, like you can't go wrong. And I will take the 4s. And on a good day, if I can get the Gamma Blues, I will take the 11s. I'm just saying. Number 2, let's see. Yes, I own a pair of Timberlands. Like I do. I think it's a New York thing, but I don't own the Constructs. That's the caveat to me owning Timberlands. I own the black pair because I usually am dressed in all black like the Omen, and it doesn't fit my aesthetic. I'm just saying. And then next thing, if you talk to me long enough, you gonna hear Nas son fall out. Like it's gonna come out of my mouth at some point. Yeah, you'll hear Nas son. I think it's just a me thing. It might be a Brooklyn thing. I don't know. Next thing, reasonable doubt is like holy scripture. If that message didn't catch you, this ain't for you. I'm not explaining myself. And then last but not least, I think double dutch is a lost art form. I know a lot of y'all probably don't know what double dutch is. Some of y'all do, but it's a lost art form. And if you've ever jumped double dutch, then you know what I'm talking about. Next question, 3 things you dislike. Well, I dislike soggy bread. Soggy bread is like wilted lettuce, slimy and unnecessary. No, thank you. And then I don't like my feet cold. I immediately associate discomfort with my feet being cold, and cold and wet is like a no for me. And then the last thing I don't like, dirty snow. Like in New York, snow is white for like 2.5 seconds, and after that it just looks like mold. Next question, what is your guilty pleasure on YouTube? I like Korean mukbangs. I know. People like mukbangs, but I like the Korean ones. Why? Because they are like super neat when they eat. They always seem to be very, very thin. And there's no gratuitous cheese dipping and all of that other crazy stuff. They actually look like they're enjoying their food. And one of my favorites, his name is Bong Gil. He opens his mouth like this big. He opens his mouth like this big, and he can get like a drum stick in his mouth and get the entire thing clean. Like, if you like Bong Gil, like, tell me in the comment section, because he's like, I like him. Next thing. All right. Why did you start your YouTube channel? Well, I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to talk my shit. And I realized quickly that people don't like to be made uncomfortable. The moment you say something with conviction, like, people will let you know that they don't like you, and they're not nice about it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, the moment you start throwing around feminist, which is like the F-bomb, or you have an opinion that's different from what society says is okay and normal, people will really, 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 tell you they don't like you. But it's cool. Just be respectful. You don't have to like everything I say. Just be respectful. Last question. Let's see. Oh, this is not the last question. This is actually something I read. What is the last thing you read? The last thing I read was an article. I think it was on Medium. And the guy was explaining how he was black and didn't know how to play spades. And I thought he told the story really, really well. It was charming, it was funny, and it actually made me laugh. And the thing that people don't understand about the game of spades is that it's not something that you absolutely learn. You know how grown folks said, stay out of grown folk business? Well, spades was a part of grown folks' business. And they usually play during get-togethers or parties, and they was loud and obnoxious and usually drunk, and I would just walk over to see what they were like hollering about, and I would stay quiet. And that's technically how you learn. Nobody pulls you aside and like, listen, you black, this is spades, you must know. Nope, they don't do that. You kind of gotta pick it up. So the only thing I was ever told about the game of spades is that you can only play the hand you're dealt. And one day my mom went to the bathroom and she gave me her hand and was like, here, you play. And I reneged, and I would never do it again. So that's the game of spades. You don't learn. You got to kind of watch and learn. So just in case, I get it. There's a whole group of people who don't know how to like play the game of spades and they black. It's okay. It's okay. There are our interest groups just for you. And my last question is this. If there was a soundtrack to your life, what would be on it? Like, who would be on it? Now, I think that Stevie Wonder and Nina Simone make the absolute best soundtrack to the lives of black people in America. It is some of the most beautiful thing you'll ever hear. And then my third, it's kind of the third, these two are gonna share. That transition is really, really good. Jay-Z, Nas, that's just the best transition. They're like the best storytellers. And, I'm from Brooklyn, like I said. Jay-Z, I did tell you Reasonable Doubt is not up for discussion, so you know how I feel about that already. And then Ari Lennox is on that. She's in my mental soundtrack. And last, but certainly not least, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because if you grew up when I grew up, Red Hot Chili Peppers was the shit between Californication, Stadium Arcadium, By the Way, and, Future Sex Baby, Magic. I might be saying that wrong. You got your everlasting life. So Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm going to see Red Hot Chili Peppers next year with my baby sister. So get into that. But that is a get to know me. So if you were to compile who M. St. James is, that's who I am.